Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you, and I am so pumped to get into this pair of kicks today. I have been waiting for these for what seems like forever. This is my biggest W of the year so far, and I am just super pumped to have hit on these Union 2s in the Rattan colorway. The drop was a mess. I was pumped to get the W initially, and then all of a sudden you get concerned like, well, am I actually going to get this pair of kicks? Then they ended up canceling and sending a new invoice, and then it still took forever, but they're finally here. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at these Union Jordan 2s in the Rattan colorway. Alright, so I probably am a little bit crazy sitting out here in the rain doing this, but the lighting is always best outside, and I just want to be sure that I give you the best look of these possible. I really like the packaging on the Union Dunks more than what I like the packaging on these. This is still unique. I don't have any other boxes that really look like this, but it kind of just reminds me of like a 13 box, just this plain gray color, but it does have all these little divots on the top, if you can see that, and that kind of matches the shoe. There's a lot of little circles, and I'll show you that on the shoe when we get to it. But it's got the tag on the top, season holiday 21. These were supposed to come out, I believe, last year, just like the Union Dunks were supposed to as well. And I think on the Passport Dunks, I also saw that it said holiday 21 on those too. But I did a review of the blue colorway of those. I'm blanking on what those were called, but check that out if you're interested. But anyhow, just a plain gray box, really nothing too fancy about it. The tag reads Air Jordan 2 Retro SP. The color is rattan, siren red, and beach. The retail price on these was $225. Whenever I got these the day of the initial drop, I think in total it was $275 with like shipping and all that. However, whenever they canceled all the invoices and resent them and everything, they said that they were going to take off the shipping charges because of the mix-up on their end and the delays and all that stuff. So they actually charged my card $225, like no tax or anything. So I don't know how that works, but I paid $225 all in for these, and I would gladly do that again. Underneath the lid, I like how it's got the Union emblem and then the Jumpman, and underneath the Union emblem it says Flight, but underneath the Jumpman it says Union. I think that's pretty cool. And then the paper has that Flight in that classic font and a Jumpman, and then it also has Union and the Union emblem as well. I don't know if you can see that, but it's on there. Nobody cares about that box talk. I have been wanting to see these for so long. I really like them. I'll admit I'm not the biggest 2 guy, but these look dope. I love these colors, this tan, orange, and yellow. I just think it all goes together really well. I like this design. It's very fresh. It looks modern, and I mean, it's also got a classic look, but I don't have anything else that looks like this. And I really like the back of them. I like how tall they are. Like, they seem like they're taller than a lot of other shoes that I have, but they're still like sleek looking. I don't even know how to explain it, but I just like the silhouette, like the shape of it altogether. I feel like it's sleek and there's a lot going on, but it doesn't look like too much. I love the pops of color, and I am just very pleased to have these. I thought the Rattan colorway, I thought that was going to be easier to get because I didn't see as many people being attracted to this colorway, but it seems like now that this is the most sought after color of them. I actually wanted these just because I have so many gray and blue shoes, and these really stand out from anything else in the collection. And to get a pair of kicks like this for retail, that's a huge W. It might end up being my biggest W of the year, but maybe not. We'll stay optimistic. Maybe I'll hit something bigger than this for retail. And before I forget to mention it, it came with like sail colored laces, but they also gave us, I wouldn't call the laces orange. It's pretty much just like that Union yellow, like you always see on the Union tags, and like you have right here by the eyelets. But starting with the outsole, it's just pretty much this sail or cream colored outsole, and you have these nice hits of blue. I think the only other place that you'll see this blue is a little bit of stitching there on the tongue, but it's a very vibrant color though, and it really pops off of there. The outsole is really cool. It reminds me of things of that era, like Air Trainers. It is reminiscent to Jordan 1 outsole, just with that pivot point there, but then it has Nike branding there towards the back of the shoe, and you can see there the size. It says size 10. You don't see that very often, that it has the size of the shoe on the outsole. But then that color comes up and it meets the exact same color on the midsole. So that's also just a sail color, and it's really smooth. There's not a lot of texture or anything on that, but it looks nice and clean, just very simplistic down there at the base of the shoe. And then as you come up to the mud guard, we've got this overlay, and it's a very thick piece of short-haired suede in a nice tan color. It's darker than what we have on the base, but it's like a tannish brown color. And then you'll see that going on back of the shoe. Really, the whole base of the shoe, the whole lower half of the shoe has this dark suede on it, and it doesn't feel super soft, but it looks really nice, and it's a nice material. And I just love these lines back here, but that is just all more of this nice tan suede. One of my favorite things about the shoe is how underneath this piece of tan suede, it's got this orange leather, and that orange just pops through there. I love the look of that. And that's on both sides. But then coming to the toe box, you can see it's wet from the rain, but we've just got this light sail color, and it's just like a nylon, almost like a canvas feeling material. But it's got some perforations going along that overlay up there, and I think that looks nice. And you can see that orange just kind of borders that suede. That just looks really clean and sharp. But then the tongue is more of this canvas type material, and it's the same color. And then, as I pointed out, it's got a little bit of blue stitching, and the tag has a Jumpman with some Union branding there. It's got exposed foam at the top, and I like that. And I also really like these yellow plastic hits on the eyelets. I think that's a cool touch. And of course the Union LA tag. But then it's got this tag up here that also says Holiday 21. And here's the divots I was talking about on the beginning that kind of match the box. The sock liner is all leather.